there was so much going on. I was like, all the screens was turning. Today is Wednesday. It is hump day. We are officially at the middle of the week. I was like, wait a minute, what happened? I gotta get used to all this. I hope y'all are having an amazing week. I gotta get used to all this. I hope y'all are. Yeah, I heard my moderator in the background making all that noise. Mr. Bobby Black back there. He decided I'm gonna moderate. I don't know why, but anyhow, he'll join the conversation eventually. As you enter the room, if you could be so kind to give us some type of reaction by double tapping the screen over on YouTube, Facebook. Hold that, what is it? I don't know what it is, a thumbs up or something, and give us a heart. We appreciate you. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you so much. I felt pink today. I think I'm excited. Vacation starts tomorrow. So if you placed any orders, we will get your orders out today, and then the rest will ship on next Tuesday. However, the website will remain open because we will keep processing orders, and you'll get your things next week. However, today is the last day for this week to ship. We usually ship all week, but no worries. You will get your products. We will definitely see to that. So, hashtag replay and let us know. Has it been raining for 40 days and 40 nights wherever you are? Because it has been raining here, which I am happy to see. I'm sure it's easier on Bobby because he got help watering all the babies. It's a lot of plants out there. So when it rains, and rainwater is best for them. Plus, we getting some good old groceries. And I think a lot of it is because of the rain and all of the poop my husband has put in the bed. So, hashtag replay and let us know, what does your week look like? We are excited to be in Florida this week. We will be in West Palm. So we hope to see some of y'all Saturday at Jack and the Beanstalk. That is on the 31st. Actually, our anniversary. We decided to spend it, well, we were going to spend it at the nurseries anyway, but we decided to invite some of you all out to spend some time at the nurseries also. A lot of rain, but it killed my cucumbers. Oh man, let me tell y'all, I got a cucumber so big, I should have brought it out here, off the plants yesterday. That sucker is like huge, and I didn't even let it get its full size, but ooh, yesterday I was like, I should make a vinaigrette right quick and soak that cucumber, but I want to eat it all, and I don't think I can eat it all between last night and today. So when I get back though, we making cucumber salad with the one huge cucumber that we got off the plant, and I'm sure there are many more, or will be many more by the time we get back. So look out, friends. We got cucumbers and squash. I was gonna make a squash casserole, but I decided with that too, let me just wait. I wanted pizza, so we made pizza last night, hamburgers night before, and something easy tonight because I don't want to have to clean a lot before we get on the road in the morning. So today we're gonna talk about castor oil. Thank y'all for the happy anniversaries. Good morning, Soil Family. If you could be so kind to share this live out, we're gonna give up some good information that some of y'all have heard before, but again, we pushing positive, we pushing self-healing, so you will constantly hear, hey, G Mama Grows, we gonna keep talking about it because the body has the ability to heal itself, and we have to keep talking about it so we can make it normal to do things to give the body the optimal conditions to be able to heal itself. So last week we talked about how we feed ourselves, the food that we eat. What's so funny last night, look at my bodyguard. Last night, my sister-in-law called, and she was in the grocery store. She called the right person because I was on it. No, don't get that though. She said, I got so much. She said, your brother went to Sam's and he bought a big thing of sugar a couple weeks ago with your mama. I said, and they both got the wrong sugar. I was like, get the Florida Crystal or the raw sugar. And she was like, but we got so much, it don't matter. I can't throw it away. Yes, you can. because I feel like when we get in that mode, I can't throw something away, or I can't. We kind of throwing away our lives when we get in that mode where I got to use this up before I do this. I made a conscious decision to throw away all the junk, as much of it as I could. White sugar, flour, salt, all these seasonings. I said, thousands of dollars, I'm going to trash it because I love us more than I love these products. And I didn't even look, I looked at the fact that it was a lot of money, but I said, it is what it is. It got to go. I don't know why it got to be right at my feet. It got to go. So I was encouraging her to out with the old, in with the new. And she did get a couple things, so I can't wait to see how she feel about those things. But that's how we got to look at it, and that's what we talked about last week. Some ways to get out the crap and substitute it with something with better ingredients. I love the information you give. I really enjoy learning healing natural ways. Hey, that's what God intended for us. And once we start getting on that path, God will bless us in so many ways. Yeah, we were taught not to waste anything. Yeah, and I took that in consideration, but I was like, you know, I'm wasting away my life if I keep depending on these products. So I got rid of a lot of stuff. Like, I could have given it away, but then I'm giving somebody else a bunch of poison to put in their system. So I just tossed it. I said, it's going to be okay. I'm going to pray and ask God to forgive me because my intentions are to do better. So we did get rid of a lot of stuff, but it's going to be all right. So I had fun talking to my sister-in-law, trying to coach her through the grocery store. She was like, girl, I'm getting my exercise today. I was like, look at the ingredients, and this is what we looking for. And she in Virginia, and I'm here. So y'all will see more videos of us in the grocery store substituting certain things for what? What's the name of the juicer? I don't know the name of it, Ann, but let me see if I have the link for it, because I don't know the name of the juicer. It's some weird name. But it's a pretty good juicer. I love it. It took me a few seconds to juice. Is it that one? I got so many Amazon links, I don't know. Anyhow, it took me so long. I mean, it took me a few minutes to juice all of that, all those lemon. Got it. All of those lemons and limes. It only took me a few minutes to juice them. So I love that juicer. I just threw everything right in the hopper. I made lemon loaf with my new flour, the best. I'm telling you, it gives you so much flavor. A lot of people are a little skeptical of it, but that flour alone, so much flavor. Talking about castor oil, but what black pepper or cinnamon do you use? So we just get a regular, you want Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon is the best cinnamon. But then when it comes to black pepper, it's just black pepper, which you can grow both, Teresa. We have a cinnamon tree and 2 black pepper plants. So get peppercorn so you can crack your own pepper. Yeah. Which flour should you get? You should be using an ancient grain, not specifically spelt, but something ancient grain. Let me tell y'all, yesterday I was on my ancient grain or my flour kick, and you never stop learning. That's the beautiful thing in life and growth. It's flat but good to taste. Yeah, so it doesn't have the same gluten. So let me explain to y'all before we get on castor oil, this enrichment process, which is why we get these big, fluffy, beautiful loaves of bread and whatever else. All of this enriched flour that they've been selling us for years, they take out all the healthy germ and put all of these synthetic chemicals in. Now the healthy germ, which contain the healthy gluten, our body would recognize and process that, and we wouldn't be so fluffy. we wouldn't have inflammation. We wouldn't have these cancers and high blood pressure and cholesterol and all these issues. But the germ that they take out, they put all of these synthetic chemicals back in to make our bread. That's what's making us sick. The fact that they taking out the good, because once it was good, but now and it's man-made because they put all these synthetics in it. The wheat is man-made, and then the chemicals that they putting in it to give you that fluffy bread and fluffy products is all synthetic. So when you use something like an ancient grain, this is all natural. This is God's wheat. They didn't take anything out of this and add anything to it. So everything you get here is organic, natural.
So Deborah want to know, she said I'm diabetic and I want to bake. Is there a flour that's better for people who struggle with diabetes? Absolutely.
So I don't know if y'all heard my husband, but somebody was asking, is there a flour better to use for diabetics? Absolutely. You want an ancient grain. There are tons of different kind of ancient grain. This is spelt. We have Corazon. There's a Emma, einkorn. All of these are better for even the diabetics. No bloating or full filling after the loaf. I'm telling you. So that's the good thing about it, and that's what my cousin was complaining about. She said, every time I eat bread, my stomach cramp real bad. I feel bloated, this, that, and the third. So I've been letting her try. When I cook, I give her food, a lot of food to eat. Cakes, whatever I'm cooking, I say, try this and see how you feel. No bloat, no uncomfort, no anything. So this ancient grain, this is what God intended for us to use. Now, when you have things like celiac, that's a whole nother ball game. You got to be careful with ancient grains or any type of grain, anything with gluten in it. When you have celiac, you basically are gluten tolerant. But then you have people with these gluten sensitivities. There are more people in the world that have gluten issues than celiac issues. But if you have a gluten issue and the doctor told you that you want to be gluten-free or try gluten-free products, definitely look into a spelt. I saw a story where a lady was talking about how her daughter would come home from school with headaches, and one day she'll have a knot, somewhere like behind her ear or on her neck or on her arm, and all that was coming from the gluten in the products that they were giving her in school. She said the doctor told her that she had gluten issues. She switched her to gluten-free, but because her dad was Italian, and everything gluten-free doesn't taste good, she said they started looking into things such as einkorn. And she started making her own breads and pastries and pasta with, spelt is good for diabetics. She started making her own pasta and different things with ancient grains or with the einkorn. And she said after that, her daughter had no issues. And that was, I think, like 13 years ago or something that she was having these issues. And now she doesn't have any issues at all. And she used all ancient grains. So if you have gluten issues, ancient grains is it. Now it does have gluten in it, but it's a different type of gluten, again, that our body can recognize what God intended for us, going back to God's food, and you should do fine with it. We started with a frog. I don't know. Y'all ain't no help. Nobody move, babe. You gotta help me. I don't want it to come over here. There's a frog in here. I shouldn't have left the door. I don't care. No. Earlier I had the door open. Babe, help me. Right quick. You gotta get it. Cause if it come over here, Thor, you ain't no help. You were supposed to be the dog. There's a frog in here. Oh my God. Anyhow, Bobby gonna get it. Oh my God. I am terrified of frogs. He gotta get, he's sitting there laughing. No, you gotta get the frog. Why would you do this while I'm live? Help me. Talking to the frog. And you look at your dog. He your dog right now. Oh no! Oh! Get him! Get the frog! Oh! It jumped! No! Don't come this way! Oh Lord! Lord! Why he jumped so high? No! It's going up the wall! Get him, babe! Get him! Oh my goodness! You and your cousins. He want to learn about the best things to eat. Look, he lucky. Them frogs have ruined me. I cannot. He lucky, because I used to eat frog. I used to eat frog legs. Yay! Thank you, baby. He got the frog outside. Okay, back. Oh, if you knew how I was laughing, you would not be my friend. I would, because I had to laugh at myself. Like, I be telling myself, it's okay, but I feel like the frog gonna grow this big and jump on me. So yeah, I'm safe now. Get him! Get him! Yeah, he got him. Whew, my goodness. Lord. Okay, now we back. So definitely look into Ancient Grains. I'm gonna drop the link so y'all can check out Ancient Grains. Okay, on Facebook and YouTube. I'm gonna pin it on YouTube too. I mean on Facebook. Check out Ancient Grains. It is amazing. Oh, I'm on the wrong live. How'd I do that? The frog got me all messed up. Lord. So, what we're gonna talk about today is what we're gonna talk about today is castor oil. Castor oil is all natural healing oil. There are some that you can take internally. There are some just for external. With the one we use, we are not affiliated with this company, but we love this castor oil. It is for external use only, so the bottle say. I know, I used to eat frog legs, but they had to be frozen. And then
put it in the pot.
That's so good. Let me tell you, Thor won't even think about that. Ooh, Lord. I cannot.
I said take them to the garden. That's what I'm saying though. They're good for the bugs.
Yeah, Bobby put him out. He better stay out. Because if he don't stay out, he gonna meet his maker.
Him and the lizards, they're good. I just don't like them to be behind people.
I don't like them to be in the house. They cool. I'm cool with them as long as they stay out. Anyhow, castor is all natural plant. Again, the goodness of God and how He provided us with everything we need to be healthy. Most of us remember castor oil growing up because our parents and grandparents, great-great-grandparents, or whoever, aunties, gave us castor oil to stay healthy, to keep us well, keep us clean out. They go to the bathroom. But we didn't know that castor oil was doing so many more things to us. I don't have a mullein tincture for sale. We don't sell tinctures at all. Put name up of the oil. I think Bobby dropped it, but I'm gonna pin it. God gave us everything we need to survive and be healthy. I was talking about this the other day. I said, man, like I always say when God created us, He did a thing. He did a thing when He created us, but then to provide us with everything we need. Like, how amazing is that? Like, it gets no better than that. The only problem is we have gotten away from learning what these products or what these herbs and plants and weeds will do for us. amazing. A teaspoon once a week, and I never got sick as a child. Exactly. Like, we were pretty healthy as kids. I mean, not to say we ain't do goofy stuff to hurt ourselves, but they ain't had nothing to do with the castor oil. And then that's something that probably would have helped us heal too as kids. We went through some things. We were tough as nails back then, but we were also pretty healthy. Our food products were a whole lot better, but then the medicines that we use to heal ourselves, castor oil. So some of the benefits, I don't know why my thing won't go back. Some of the benefits of castor oil. So I'm gonna drop it in the comments, and I'm gonna pin it. Some of the benefits of castor oil are, I have GERD. What would you recommend? Check into the benefits of cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is amazing, but also check the benefits of bentonite clay. You can drink bentonite clay, and it will help with that GERD tremendously. You can take a teaspoon of bentonite clay and 8 ounces of water. Put the clay in the cup, put your water on top of it, let it sit overnight. Drink that every morning. But look at the benefits of it. It's amazing. So, castor oil. Castor oil can boost the immune system, improve sleep, fight fungal infections, heal burns. It's good for cosmetic issues or cosmetic use, because some cosmetics are not issues. It's just things called like aging. It can induce labor, so if you are pregnant, you definitely want to be careful with castor oil. Ease migraines, can help promote hair growth, treat arthritis, reduce stretch marks, reduce wrinkles, treat corns and calluses, treat colic, can help soothe asthma issues, improve the lymphatic system, heal wounds, moisturize the skin, treat acne. Is good for eye relief, so you can safely drop a drop in your eye. We recommend that at bedtime. Good for nail health, reduce dandruff. It's good for carpal tunnel if you have bone spurs or things like that. Digestive issues, is a natural lubricant, and it has anti-cancerous properties. Also, if you have things like fibroids and lumps or boils and all these things that they heavily medicate us for or do surgery for, such as fibroids, castor oil. I always say, if I knew what I know now, 10 years ago, I would have been, long time ago, I would have been healing myself rather than trusting a doctor to cut on me or give me all these pills to treat myself. So she said, yes, I induced my own labor with castor oil 15 years ago. Yes. We use a lot of castor oil. A lot of our products, such as our pain away oil, we infuse some of our oils with castor oil, like the cayenne pepper, because the castor oil is the deepest penetrating oil. It's one of the best carrier oils that God provided for us. The beans grow on a plant and they are processed. We use the regular castor oil instead of the Jamaican black or black castor oil, because the black castor oil is heavily processed. It's cooked to a really high heat, which can sometimes take away the beneficial properties that we need in castor oil. So in this pain away oil, we that's our main oil for our pain away oil. Other than the oils we extract from some of the plants to be able to create this oil, but the being able to fight inflammation, the castor oil help carry these herbs to the issue. So if you have hip pain, knee pain, or back pain, or sciatic issues, I see somebody asking, sciatic nerve, the castor oil will help carry these oils that God provided for us to be able to heal with to the issue. Fight the inflammation so that the pain will go away. Most of the time, they give us pain medicine, and the pain medicine is to block a receptor in your brain to make you think that you're not in pain anymore. And then, in 6 or 8 hours or so, you'll take it more. You'll take some more because the pain has come back. So if you use something like something natural, again, God gonna turn around and bless you by making sure you are okay. Now, some people may need to use, like if you use our pain away for sciatic issues, can't wait to receive. Yes, your order went out. Yes, the pain away oil is on our site. If you use our pain away oil, you may need to use it a couple times, 2-3 times a day. Rub some, give it time, come back later on, rub a little bit more wherever your issue is, and give it time to work. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, you will feel relief from it. Now, when it comes to nerves, that may be something you need to work on and massage it in, add a little heat to it sometime, and that will help with it. Now, the way we use castor oil alone, I rub it everywhere. I got tallow on my face, but sometimes I put a little bit of castor oil with my tallow to put on my face. I put it in my hair. Wherever we need it, you rub it. So if you have kidney or liver or fibroids or hernia, all these issues, you can take a little bit of castor oil and put it on a napkin or something and make a castor oil pack. If you have a cotton cloth, you can use that as a castor oil pack. So, say for sciatic issues, what I did for my neuropathy and sciatic issues, what I did was I took like 3 paper towels one night and I drizzled my castor oil on it nice and thick, and I let it sit so it could seep in to the paper towel. Then I took some cayenne pepper powder and sprinkled it on there, and I put it on the bottom of my foot and put my sock on, and I went to sleep. I did that for about 4 or 5 days, and then I had no issues. Like that burning, uncomfortable, tingling sensation you get in your foot was gone. Even the radiating pain down my leg was gone. Use it as lotion. Yeah, you can use castor oil. Is amazing. It's great. You can use it. After a few days, all the pain was gone, and I don't have that uncomfortable burning feeling. I can wear flip-flops, I can wear boots, sneakers now, whatever. But what I do is like 3 or 4 times a month, I remind myself to rub some of this pain away on the bottom of my foot, my hip, and my back, and a little bit on my one side of my butt that used to give me issues because I don't want the pain to come back. Pain away is great. I use for 2 weeks and I feel better. Good. Yeah. Just we got to treat these herbs like we treated synthetic medicine. They give us these synthetic pills and meds, creams and patches and whatever, and they say do this every day, and we do it. But how about we take some of the things that are provided to us naturally and we do it the same way? We be consistent with it, and be patient. Give it time to work, but usually you will feel better almost instantly. What tallow do you use for your face? So the tallow I use for my face is when we bought our half a cow. When we bought our cow, they gave us everything broke down, and the suet, which is the tallow or the fat from the cow, they also gave us, and it was packaged separate. I rendered the suet down until I got all of my fat clean, and then I put some in the freezer for us to cook with, and some of it I use to big tallow, which I just take a hand mixer and blend it, whip it a lot. You can put castor oil in it. I put a little bit of vitamin E oil in it and some calendula oil. Well, I put calendula oil, which is infused with castor oil, in my tallow, and that's what I use on my face. So you can make your own tallow. You can go to like your local butcher shop and ask them, do you have suet or tallow? Beef, and they know that it's just beef fat. But when you take that beef fat home, you need to render it down, which is just putting it in a pot. I put a little bit of salt and water in there and get the impurities out. You do that a couple times, it come out nice and clean and not so beefy smelling. And you can whip that and use it on your face. That worked so good. That helped my sciatic. Then I followed up with your pain away. No flare-up since. Good. And I'm telling you. So the thing is, when you use like something like our pain away, it will take your pain away and reduce that inflammation and solve a lot of your issues naturally. But you have to keep in mind that I do have this issue. I do have this injury, and I don't want to flare it up. So, a couple ways we use castor oil. The first big way we use it is we drop it in our navel at bedtime every night. When we don't, we can tell, because it's like I can sleep some more. I did not get the sound sleep that I'm used to now, and I need to sleep. So what we do is we drop 3 to 5 drops or so of castor oil in our navel. I rub it around a little bit and I go to bed. Never have an issue with it being in the bed or staining anything. If you want to put a Band-Aid over or a cotton pad over it or something over it, you can. If you have an outie and not an any or no navel, just rub it. Rub it on your belly. It's a healer. And it penetrates deep and it's designed to heal. So just rub it. If you have bone spurs, you can rub it wherever the bone spurs are, wherever the issue is, rub it there and put a cotton cloth over it again. If you have fibroids, same thing. Kidney issues, liver issues, put it wherever the issue is. You can rub it there, or you can put it on a cotton cloth or a paper towel, put it there and put something on it so that it'll stay in place for a little while. That's called a castor oil pack. You can purchase a castor oil pack from Amazon, or again, cotton cloth or paper towel. Paper towels did it for me, even though I do have castor oil packs. Also, if you have cataracts, floaters, blurry vision, or having issues with your eyes, before I let them operate, I would try castor oil. Drop one drop in your eyes at bedtime and go to sleep. I would give this some time and see if this will correct your problem before you start having these major surgeries. For sciatic, we went over sciatic, nerve issues, being able to increase the lymphatic system if you have thyroid issues or if you have some type of respiratory issue. Say even if you have a sore throat or you feel like something is going on, all you have to do is take that castor oil and rub it. Now, I do ask you to do your own research because I'm not a doctor and I can't give medical advice, but we also have to keep in mind when we do these things, we have to be consistent and patient. 3 things I always talk about: trusting God, being consistent, and being patient. You know, of course, when we going through things, if we sick, hurting, we want something that's going to help me right now. I want something that's going to stop this right now. Well, we got to be patient with it and understand that everything take time. Like, we didn't get here overnight. So if we give it time, we should be okay. So should I use castor oil with cayenne pepper for bone spurs in my heels? You can use that. Now, castor oil and cayenne pepper, that is an amazing combination. We use castor oil and cayenne pepper together because the cayenne pepper together is a healer in so many ways. But once you use castor oil and cayenne together, if you ever use something like BioFreeze, Icy Hot, or Tiger Balm, cayenne and castor oil are natural Tiger Balm times 10. It is the best concoction you will ever use to combat some type of pain or issue. Will it help bone to bone in your health? It can help with bone to bone in your health, but again, you may need it a couple times. It'll definitely help. Our aunt, Bobby's aunt, got bone to bone issues. She go get injections, and she always wear a pain patch. she said nothing helped me the way that pain away oil has helped me get through these pains.
So Kelly said that works good. That helped with my sciatica. Then I followed up with pain away oil. No flare up since.
Yep, good. So you just gotta be consistent with it. But the pain away oil will help. And again, you can find that at blacktropical.com. So if what I would suggest for sciatic issues is the pain away oil. If you have sciatic issues, I would get a bottle of pain away oil. As soon as you get it, I would rub. That's that one. Most of the time when you have sciatic issues, it's mainly that one side. But you have to rub the back, most of the time your lower back, the hip and buttocks area, and the bottom of your foot. Those are the areas I would target with the pain away oil. If you have cayenne and castor oil right now, I would try that first. I would try that right now. But the pain away oil will definitely take it away. Turmeric is great for inflammation. Also, you have to add black pepper to turmeric. But it is good for inflammation.
So Rosemary want to know, do you have a class for making the pain away oil?
I don't. So pain away is one thing we don't, it took us a long time to formulate our pain away oil, and we don't share the recipe to that. Soaps, because a lot of the things we use to make this oil, we getting it out of our garden. So for one thing, it's hard for us to tell you how to make something that we naturally growing and know our growing conditions, so we know how our products should turn out versus you may have to source things from the store. It's gonna be a whole different product when you make it. Plus our products are ours. So a few of them we don't share the recipe for. We don't have soursop yet. I've been on a soursop search, because when I come south, Smell said, I don't know who got soursop, but yeah, I'm gonna be here. Y'all get here. I talked to him yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He coming with us?
I don't know. I didn't tell him about Saturday, so I told him we'll see him Friday. I told him I don't know what time we're gonna get there Thursday, so I'll definitely see him Friday. For earache, you can put pain away, a drop of pain away in your ear for an earache. You can also use garlic oil or onion. I would suggest the onion would probably help you fast. Well, pain away oil is always great, but if you have an onion, I would put it in the microwave to get it soft a little bit and squeeze the juice out of the onion and drop a little bit in your ear. That should help your earache.
Have you heard from anybody who actually put it in the ear?
Yeah, a couple people use it in their ear. It helped them with tinnitus. People that have tinnitus, they always say, yeah, I started putting it in. When I heard you say that, I put it in my ear, and that helped with that ringing in their ear.
So anyway, we keep finding people saying that they use it for different things, and a toothache, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so many things, and it's natural, guys.
Yeah, my cousin had a toothache, and she said, but she had a headache and a toothache, which I told her was probably her sinuses, and she needed cayenne pepper. So she took a little bit of the pain away oil, and she said, I put this in my mouth. I said, it's natural, yeah. It ain't gonna taste good, but yeah. And she
dizziness,
it
was.
What is it?
Vertigo.
Yep. I think Facebook just went out. But anyhow, castor oil. Dr. Bobby Price got soursop. Okay. I know he has it sometime on his website. Rheumatoid arthritis, I would use pain away oil. Pain away oil will help with arthritis tremendously. Now, Andell Homestead she used wild yam cream because she had psoriatic arthritis, and she was getting infusions and on steroids for her arthritis. But she started using our wild yam cream, and now she is good to go. I was looking at the wrong. Facebook over here. That's YouTube. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. She said Facebook is still here. I was like, huh? So the wild yam, and what the wild yam cream did for her, was bring her thyroids back in check. So that helped with her her arthritis issues, but the pain away will definitely help with that also. Yes, cayenne pepper for, is that what you was talking about for oh, you was talking about the pain away
Pain
or
away
for
oil.
toothache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say any pain, any discomfort, try it. It's not
Pain
gonna
away.
hurt.
Yeah.
You know, and you may just find that new thing that pain away is amazing for.
Yeah, my husband is working on our second book. My husband working on our second book. Hopefully he'll get more words down this time than he did last
I
time.
already did. Now we just got to put all the recipes and everything in. So I mean, we still working.
Yeah, so for that bad hip pain, pain away oil, Blacktropicalhomestead.com. You will not be upset for trying pain away oil on pain. I broke my back in 2013 and I was in pain every day, and I just felt like, okay, I had a major injury. Like, what do you expect? Life goes on. I am blessed because I'm back on my feet. I'm walking. I'm able to take care of myself now and walk up and down steps without falling, or just walking without falling. And but I'm uncomfortable, and I accepted that. I was okay. Yes, wild yam is also good for eczema, but once I started being obedient and paying attention and learning how God can heal all these issues, I've been pain-free ever since. Pain-free ever since. So I have no complaints. But pain away oil, we constantly use that. Any ache or pain we may get, we use it. Now, I have to remind myself sometimes to use it because I'm like, oh man, I'm hurting. So let me stop and use it. That's only if I have like a real long day or a strenuous day. Again, what to use for toothache. So you can use pain away oil for a toothache. It doesn't taste good. The thing with our products is it's all natural. You should be able to eat them. You can put a drop of pain away oil wherever the toothache is or on the tooth that's giving you issues, and it will help. Yam cream better than pain away. So wild yam cream is for hormone imbalance. Wild yam cream is a cream, and this is for hormone imbalance. The pain away oil is for pain. It does just what it says. It takes the pain away. Now, if you have ever been on hormone replacement therapy or something, basically they're giving you a synthetic wild yam treatment, where we giving you a natural wild yam treatment because we grow the yams and make a cream. And of course, again, we use castor oil. Do we put castor? Yeah, we do. We infuse, I was thinking, we use castor oil in that also because it helps the herbs penetrate and dive deeper. So our website is blacktropical.com. I'm going to drop it in the, on Facebook too? Okay, let's do it again. Well, I'm going to give it to somebody that just asked. Our website is blacktropical.com. Yeah, there was a direct link. To it. Okay, so healing yourself. Again, we started last week with how we feed ourselves, because we can start feeling better and stay on that same path, but we got to keep in mind, what am I feeding my body? What am I putting in my body? Now, it's hard to just go 100%. I don't even know what 100% all natural is. I need to start using my products again. I'm receiving chemotherapy and didn't want to take medications for minor symptoms, bought pain away oil. Yeah, so Stacy, you know, all natural. All natural. You got this. You got this. Again, God said that the body has the ability to heal itself. You can come back from anything. But we just got to weed out the junk. especially when we going through chemo or radiation treatments. Eczema for kids. So eczema for kids is wheat. If you can get them off of that modern wheat, everyday breads, potato chips, or the enriched products, that's what we need to get our kids away from. So we got a testimony one time about changing wheats. Somebody changed to einkorn, got their family off of modern wheats and started with einkorn, and their kids' eczema cleared up. So it's all about the diet. Got to get them kids off that wheat. When they go to school, they feed them tons of junk, tons of sandwiches, pizza, waffles, anything with modern wheat in it, and it's just flaring that eczema up, it's flaring the asthma up, it's adding to their ADHD. So just it's changed the wheat for them.
Guys, one thing I want to add about eating real foods is that you don't need to eat as much. Like, you will get full way faster than you would eating all that fake stuff, because it don't have the nutrients in it. You're talking to somebody who could almost eat a whole pizza.
Hey, Lion Crest.
I had 2 slices last night and I was stuffed. And it's crazy because it's like that with all these whole foods, and we don't know that because what we're eating is a whole bunch of junk. Mm-hmm. And the junk don't have the stuff in it for your body to get filled. And it's on purpose. Because we want you to eat as much. That means you got to buy more. Mm-hmm. If you make homemade Snickers, or you make cakes with ancient grains, a little small slice of cake will suffice. You won't even want to keep eating it because you'll get full from it. You know, the pizza last night, I was looking crazy. I was like, I got 3 slices here, and I cannot eat that 3rd slice. Yeah. When I used to eat almost a whole lot of pizza.
We used to buy two pizzas because he want his pizza a certain way, I want mine a certain way. We would get 2 extra large pizzas, large pizzas, and Bobby could eat majority of his pizza in one night.
And that's crazy. Like, to me, it's mind blowing because I know how I used to eat. Even when I went to my carnivore diet, eating the food the way I was supposed to, eating good, healthy meats from a butcher. I mean, I thought it was going to be no way I was going to be able to have a carnivore diet with the way I eat. I was going to always be starving. Yes. You won't want to eat that much. Yeah. Like, you can literally go 1 or 2 meals a day if you wanted to. I'm pretty active, so I need at least 3, but I can't eat as much of them on the 3. Sometimes I only eat 2, and I don't even notice it.
Josephine saying the same thing.
It's crazy, and I know you are hearing this, and a lot of y'all don't even believe it because there's no way. It's no way, and I thought the same thing. Yeah. It's the same thing with these natural ingredients. We talked about this the other day. Like you're talking about with the castor oil. Think of all the surgeries that's out there that you don't have to have if you got castor oil. Think about cataract surgery. How much does that cost? When castor oil will dissolve your cataracts, and you will never have to have that surgery. What about corns and what you call them things? Calluses and all that, bone spurs and all that.
Fibroids.
Imagine all that.
I had major surgery behind fibroids.
Fibroids. Now, imagine there are women out there that's having serious problems with that, and they want to have kids, but they told you're going to have this surgery, and you're not going to be able to have any kids.
Yep. I'm telling you, castor oil is amazing.
And this stuff is on purpose, guys. Y'all think this is not known? It's known, but the medical is a business, right? And if it's a business, all they're trying to do is get customers. They're not thinking about our health, our well-being as much as you think they do. They think about the business aspect of it. And it's people that do these surgeries and these procedures for a living, and they make really good money. Wow. Putting other people in serious situations where they might be going bankrupt, or, not able to pass on their lineage because they got these problems. Imagine just being able to take a month or two using the castor oil on a regular basis to dissolve those, what you call them? Thyroids.
Fibroids.
And then making sure your body is fertile by using some wild yam cream and making sure everything is in check so that they don't come back and you can produce a child. Now, what doctors telling you that? You know, they're telling you need to go and have these surgeries, you know, because if you don't, you will have these major problems, which you will, because if you don't do nothing to fix them, they will be a problem.
Over time, yeah, it just get worse. Sugar cravings. So when you incorporate healthy protein, healthy fats, and healthy oils, most of the time you don't have room for sugar cravings or different things. Let's see if they come back. Said it's trying to reconnect. It might have said, we ain't gonna talk about sugar. Anyhow, what we switch to is a raw cane sugar. So if you switch to a raw cane sugar, it's not as heavily processed as that granulated sugar we used to using. It's better for us. But if you incorporate healthy fats, healthy protein, healthy oils, you won't really have those cravings. It's those, what is it called? Artificial flavorings that give us these cravings. That's what make us keep coming back. So when you see stuff that got artificial flavoring in it, just be careful. You know, sometimes we want what we like, what we've been eating. Sometimes we gotta say, no, I don't need that. Go ahead, baby.
And remember, guys, this stuff is put in our foods on purpose. It's not something that's naturally there. They're literally putting chemicals in foods to make our body react a certain way. So why would I want you just to eat a little bit of a Debbie cake or a cookie or a piece of candy? Why would I want you to eat just a little bit of it? Why would I want you to just drink a tiny bit of soda? So we're going to introduce these chemicals that's going to make your body crave those things, and then you're gonna keep coming back and you're going to keep purchasing. Business, guys, that's all it is. It's not for your health. And if you care about your health, you will most definitely be cognizant of the stuff you put in your body now. If you don't know that this is being done, that's one thing. But now you know, right? So when you know better, you do better. But if you are not willing to put in the work to make yourself better, then it's your problem. It's your fault. You got to actually look out for you because the world is not doing it.
When you know better, you do better.
That's right. You won't have to do it. And you want to look out for your family because your kids don't know. They don't know that this stuff is horrible for them, so therefore they are doing what they think. What did you do? What's that?
I was waiting for Facebook to come back. I was fixing my hair and Bobby like, what is she doing?
Yeah, but it's amazing, guys, once you actually get into the mindset or the world of looking at what's being done. You know, farthest from a conspiracy theorist, but when you actually get into looking at it, then you know. And our purpose is to let people know. You know, if you didn't know, now you know. And at least you can have enough information to go find out for yourself. Because there's no reason for all these chemicals to be in our food other than to trick our body into craving it.
Yeah.
You know, it's an addiction. Our body can be designed to crave certain things. You know, just like addiction, when you own nicotine or you own cigarettes, your body gonna call out for that, and you're gonna feel like you got to have it. It's the same thing with the artificial sweetness, and it's the same thing with all the chemicals that they put in it. Still trying to get it done. Yeah, so we're having some technical difficulties over here on YouTube side, on Facebook side. So But I want everybody to at least look into some of this stuff. We found this, just a few years ago, and we've been amazed ever since. Everything that we talk about is because we came from, more of an inner city environment where this stuff was not available or known. Or, our parents just didn't tell us about it. So when we found them, of course, we were amazed. And because we are amazed, we sound like we're excited about it, right? So the fact that we're excited about it is because we're going to be telling people who are the same as us, who did not know all the stuff was what it is about it, so they can actually improve their life and the life of their families. I found out that my mom actually was very aware of a lot of this stuff. She was a country girl.
Yeah, she excited when she talk about it now too.
But because the world just evolved and they thought everything was better and there was no need to do all that old stuff, she didn't tell us about it. And she didn't even keep up with it. But because now we know that our foods are poisonous and they're doing harmful things to our bodies and our minds, we are reverting back to the way things was back in the day.
The way things should be.
Yeah, and she is excited because she'll be like, yeah, I know this. And that's what I'm saying, but she didn't pass it on like a lot of y'all parents didn't, but I'm sure they knew it because it was the only way at one time. So, we're just trying to get back to it.
Because I would just leave it alone.
Welcome back, Facebook.
Welcome back, Facebook. So, Facebook, we left off, we were talking about sugar. We have converted over to raw cane sugar instead of using white granulated sugar. I'm going to repeat this for Facebook because most of the time when we give our body what it needs or what it wants, the cravings go away. What we crave is artificial stuff. The synthetics, they trick our brain with these synthetics and chemicals to make us think. So we feel like we get this sugar craving. My husband, he love his snacks and things. He don't eat as much as he used to because first of all, he full of the healthy protein, fats, and oils. So he doesn't have to eat as much food. But then even when it comes to sweets, like I was telling my cousin, I said, most of the time when you bake a pound cake, you put 3 cups of sugar in a pound cake. And that can be, it's a lot. Most people would be like, 3 cups of sugar is a lot. Well, if you look at a pound cake recipe, it calls for, most of the time, 3 cups of sugar. When I make cakes now, I use ancient grains and I use a raw cane sugar, and I only use about a cup-ish of sugar compared to, and the taste is amazing. So once you start to weed out the junk, and that's why I was saying earlier, I do look at the fact that I'm tossing out a bunch of food, but I'm looking at the fact also over that what is this food doing to us? I could have went and made a bunch of cakes and pies or cookies and breads and gave them away, but then I'm giving poison to somebody else that we want to stay away from. Are we going to stay away from these things a whole 100%? No. When you see artificial flavoring, when you see sugar, when you see salt, when you see enriched, all these words are important to us because they're giving you granulated sugar, tons of it. As a matter of fact, that granulated sugar is probably a chemical that's going to taint our body. They're giving you regular iodized salt, like the Morton salt, that ain't doing nothing for us but making us sick. They enriching our flour, which is taking out the good and adding a bunch of junk to it, which is making us sick. They same thing with the sugar. They giving, so we got to be careful in what these words mean and what these products are that they're giving us, and make better choices so we can heal ourselves, keep our kids healthy, or even start healing our kids because our children are sick also. And this is not how we're supposed to live, but it's normal to us. because everybody going through something.
So Marilyn want to know if we had something for high blood pressure.
Absolutely. For high blood pressure, first of all, it's always diet. So we always got to look at what am I feeding my body. Those seasonings, and I always talk about the seasonings because seasonings are big. Nobody want to eat bland food. Like 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna just take ground beef out the pack, patty it, put it on the thing, and just eat that. Most people want some type of seasoning in their meat. Same thing with chicken or whatever. The seasonings are not all created equal. You can go to the store and get seasonings by itself, like your paprika, parsley, I can't even think, black pepper, and not get a blend of stuff. You can also grow a lot of these things, basil, lemongrass. You can grow a lot of seasonings.
Onion powder, garlic.
Onions, garlic, yeah. If you can grow it and make it yourself, that's the best seasonings you're going to get. But if not, when you go to the store, get something that just say onion powder, garlic powder. You just want paprika. Don't get nothing with no added salt, and you don't want to blend. Because what they do with those blends is they add chemicals to it, a non-caking agent, and that's what's shooting our blood pressure up and making us sick. So if you can get away from those, Redmond's Real Salt do sell clean seasonings. They also sell salt, which is good for us, and it won't run your blood pressure up. Those are some of the major changes we need to make. But then add cayenne pepper to your diet. Yeah, Redmond Real Salt. This is the best salt. This is the best salt. My doctor would always tell me, leave the salt alone. Back off the salt. You can't use salt. Your blood pressure too high. And I left salt alone. Then we found out about Redmond, and I started using salt again. And I stopped taking my medicine and replaced my medicine with cayenne pepper and salt and beets. And now I'm off all of my medications. So you do need a supplement or something such as we sell a blood pressure support, and it is only cayenne pepper powder and beets. And it is great for your blood pressure. It can help regulate your blood pressure. But we got to keep in mind first, what am I feeding my body? Because you can be fighting what God trying to bless you with by keep feeding yourself the wrong thing. So we got to keep that in mind. Hair loss.
That stuff will. We do have that at blacktropical.com. My wife, I came off her blood pressure meds. I came off I didn't ever have mine, but I love my blood pressure, and we had countless people who did the same thing and was able to get off all their blood pressure meds. So this works for most people. Mm-hmm. Not saying that it works for everybody, but definitely it's worth a try.
Yeah, you got to work at it. You got to work at it. You can cook with this salt. Yes, you can cook with it. I throw it in a tub when I'm taking a bath. I put it in our deodorant. Like, this salt is amazing. You can cook with it. I will do a video on like seasoned salt. What is it called? Seasoning salt. It is seasoned salt, right? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Whatever type of seasoning we use. I think it's called seasoned salt. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
season
all-purpose. Yeah, all-purpose seasoning that we use on our meats and different things. Basically, it's just this salt. I do put paprika, cayenne pepper, because cayenne is amazing. It is one of the most amazing healing herbs out here. But I'll do a video to show you. And I try to keep them easy because I know everybody don't grow everything. So for me to go outside and say, okay, you should grow this, that, and the third, that might what make people feel like, well, I can't grow this stuff. So how do I get it from the store? So what I'll do is I'll show you in the store the seasonings you should buy, and then you can come home and how you can mix them to make what you need to be able to season your food with. I did the same thing with taco seasoning. I went and bought a whole bunch of, I don't know whose seasonings it was, but when I looked at the back of it, I'll show y'all. It'll say one ingredient. You want as little ingredients as possible. You don't need a whole list of ingredients like I showed y'all with the Doritos. Dorito ingredients is crazy, and then you go and find something else that only got a few ingredients. My sister-in-law found cookies yesterday. She was so excited. She was like, "Oh my God, these cookies only have," and she was reading. I was like, yep, that's what you want to do. Take the time, read the ingredients. You want to be able to read it and not say, "What is that?" and then gotta look it up. Read the ingredients and make the change. Your body will thank you, and it will heal itself. If your blood pressure need to come down, and once you start feeding yourself the correct way, your blood pressure gonna start coming down. Your blood sugar is gonna regulate itself. If you need to lose weight, the body gonna say, "Hey, you treat me good over here. We can shed a few pounds because we need to." I mean,
You guys, I recommend that you actually make your own cookies. It's not a hard process.
yeah, definitely.
And by using real good ingredients, I'm gonna say anything that you buy at the store had to have some kind of preservative.
Yeah, it got to.
So it can sit there on the shelves. Now, they don't put everything in
On the label. Labels
that's
do
in
lie.
them.
Labels do lie.
So if you want the optimal results, you will make them yourself. Find out how to make cookies. I'm telling you, ancient grains. The taste is just amazing. There's no cookie in a store that can beat the cookies made from ancient grain because of all the nutrients that's in it. When you make a cookie with regular or any kind of dessert with regular flour, you have to dump a bunch of sugar, cinnamon, all the stuff to make the taste.
Yeah, make it taste like something.
Yeah, because it don't have nothing in it. There's no nutrients, and it's bad for your body. Ancient grains does have nutrients in it, so the nutrients is the flavor. Same thing with the salts. You don't need nearly as much real salt as you need that regular blank salt because that's only sodium and non-cooking agent.
Michelle, yes.
And the Redmond's real salt got 60 plus micronutrients in it. That means all that is flavor and taste. And you get the stuff that your body actually needs that you probably are not getting from no place else.
Yeah.
So your body gonna work better when it has everything in it that it needs.
Teresa, I'm gonna make about 6 dozen cookies today. I'm making cookies today.
Cookies are the best. The muffins are amazing. The cakes are amazing. You know, it is, I don't know, it's a game changer, guys. And I think once people actually get familiar with or actually know about, there's going to be no going back.
Yeah.
It's not going to, I mean, because you're not going to be able to switch from an ancient grain to a regular flour and enjoy the food again.
Serious question. How can you be overweight, obese, doing what you do? So the question should be, how long have we been doing what we do? And the question should be, what is obese or overweight?
And, or is the question, are you having any medical issues? Because you could be skinny and still be sick as a dog. So
there are a lot of ways we can look at that.
Exactly.
But they gone. So, hey, Miss T with the T. But that's the thing. Like, people look at somebody and they automatically assume that something is wrong or something is right. We can't, health doesn't have a size. Or now, there are some morbidly obese people that are not as unhealthy as people that are 120, 115, 150 pounds. So who are we to judge somebody off their size or weight or the way they look or anything? I talked about judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, we all know people that's really small that is really sick.
Really sick.
Genetics is an amazing thing. Like, it don't matter what you do. If you genetically small, you're gonna be small. That don't mean you're gonna be healthy.
Yep.
So
8 grams.
your body could be absolutely falling apart, and still you be sticked in.
Yep. What do you recommend for diabetes?
What I recommend is what I did, which it could be different for other people, but I went on a carnivore diet. And within 30 days, my blood sugar was perfect. And all I did after I got it perfect, I continue with a lot of my carnivore, but we introduced smart things like ancient grains back to our diet. You know,
Raw sugar.
Raw sugars. You know, and just I feel so much better not having to eat all the time. You know, not being as bloated. You know, and still being able to work out and be okay. You know, when I had my problem with my blood sugar, I could not make any more progress in the gym. I started falling back, my weight started dropping, started losing muscle mass. And as soon as I got my blood sugar back in check, I started to have results in the gym again. So a lot of people, if you having issues in the gym where you're not seeing any results, and you are not going to the doctor on a regular basis, and you don't know if you may be having a blood sugar problem, that could be your problem.
Yeah, sometimes God will put things on us just to show us how strong we are. You know, that sometimes like sickness or trials are just to show us our own strengths. Sometimes mentally we'll hear something and we will fall apart. But again, the body can heal itself. We just got to keep it together and say, no, the devil is a liar. And that's one thing Bobby did, and I was proud of him for doing that, because he could have said, ain't nothing wrong with my blood pressure, or ain't nothing wrong. Look, we got the warning. That was our warning right there. And he instantly took the initiative to say, no, this is not true. This is not what's going on. Now, I heard it, meaning I need to change some things. And he instantly made those changes, and it showed how strong he really is without even looking at the muscles. Just seeing the inner strength of him to say that, no, I'm not diabetic. I don't have high blood pressure. Because I know better, and I know what I can do for myself. So everything in moderation, y'all. Like we leaving here tomorrow. I started packing yesterday while we were pulling juice out the refrigerator. I said, wait a minute, that's stuff for the cooler. What are you doing? Some things we are packing to take with us, but this is our vacation. This is our anniversary trip, and we will enjoy ourselves. But things will be in moderation. We won't just indulge like we used to do. We would stop and get Snickers and whatever, Wendy's and whatever we want. I mean, but I'm not saying if that's what we won't do it, because we will. But we know everything in moderation.
I cannot even eat.
Well, I ain't saying to eat that, but
I know I can't.
Yeah, we don't eat fast food like Wendy's and stuff. But
not that I wouldn't want to. I feel horrible.
Yeah.
Because since I started this diet, we've been out and there was nothing else.
It's a lifestyle.
And we just had to grab something real quick. And I felt horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt sick.
So what I'm saying is to enjoy life and everything in moderation. Yeah. Being that we are so obedient when we at home, for the most part, when we go away like now, I am taking some things with us, but we still gonna enjoy life. So if it's something that you want, you make better choices. Now, I would definitely choose Wendy's over McDonald's. If I want a burger or something, I'm going to go to Five Guys. And I know a lot of people, my sister-in-law kept saying it yesterday, I was laughing, because she was like, that's so expensive. This is so expensive. Five Guys is a whole another level when it comes to buying food compared to. But when you out and on the road, you got to make better choices. You can't just say, well, I'm going to stop at McDonald's and get this. No. Past that. Like, speed past it and make a better choice.
In moderation, guys, like, and you're not going to believe this until you do it. Eating whole foods, good foods, you don't even want to eat.
No junk.
You don't want to eat past moderation. That's all you actually need.
Yeah.
Because these empty calorie foods, you can eat tons of that stuff.
You ain't gonna never get full.
Yeah, but you can't eat but so much. Like I say, guys, I used to eat a whole large pizza. 2 slices, guys. I was stuffed. And that's with all my foods, guys. If I get a couple of hamburger patties with some cheese on the top, I'm good.
Yeah.
for a long time. And that is crazy because that was nothing to me at one time.
Yeah.
But I'm eating real ground beef that's not poisoned with all the stuff they put in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm eating healthy fats, some cheeses and all that. And all that is doing amazing stuff for my body because for me to go and work in this yard as much as I do, to go to the gym and come home and I'm good. I eat eggs on a regular basis, maybe 6 eggs at a time, but I use healthy fats to cook my eggs, which
The healthy
give me
oils.
everything I need. Give me all the energy I need, give me all the protein I need, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Like
So
them
I
burgers.
don't even want to eat no junk. I just, I will eat junk just because I'm thinking about something junky to eat.
Yeah.
But not because I craving it or I need it.
So like the other day when I cooked hamburgers because I was kind of being lazy, even though I had to make hamburger buns. So you can't be but so lazy, and you got to make hamburger buns. But when I cook the hamburgers, I season it with cayenne and Redmond real salt and butter.
So Ronnie Jones,
Few things. Simple.
carnivore diet. Just look it up. There are things that you should eat, and I'm gonna tell you what's the most important part of that is making sure you get the fats.
Yeah, the fats are what's going on.
Yeah, because your body gonna be running off of the fats.
Yeah,
So
and
you're
you
not
need
gonna be
the
running off
protein.
carbs, and if you don't have the fats in your body, you're not gonna be able to have the energy.
And don't overdo it because I tell people that some people will tell you like eat 6 eggs for breakfast and 3 hamburgers for lunch and 3 hamburgers for dinner. That might be too much for you.
Yeah.
So eat 1 egg if that's what your body needs with some cheese and healthy oils, olive oil, good butter, and then eat a hamburger.
If you can find a good butter.
Yeah, eat a hamburger for lunch. You may not need a whole hamburger. You may only need half of it. Or you might take a bite and be like, man, I'm full. But leave that burger to bite off it in a little while if you need it. But then for dinner, have you another burger, put some cheese on it. That's your dinner. But don't overdo it. Once you start feeling like, okay, put some food on your belly, you good. You don't have to be stuffed.
And if you're new to this, I know fats sound horrible, but healthy fats are what we're talking about. Do not use all those seed oils. Don't. You got to have the right stuff, and you got to be willing to take the time to go find the right stuff.
Yeah.
Keep it in your house. Get rid of all the junk. And I'm telling you, most of us, not all of us, will have a real positive benefit from being on a carnivore diet. For one, your body will lose fat.
Yeah.
We talk about fats, and we will always talk that fat is fat, and it's bad, and it's gonna look bad on us. The fats that we're talking about are natural, healthy fats that our body will run off of. So your body will run efficiently off of that, and you don't have to have all the carbs, which are usually all the inflammation and issues of weight gain and diseases that your body has.
Cholesterol.
Unless you are using something like an ancient grain. So you can get rid of all of that, and you will feel amazing. But there's a few people that won't. A carnivore diet won't work for them. You just have to find another way.
Yeah.
But this is the diet I tried. This is what I know. I can't tell you about any other diet because I don't know about any other diet. And I was told about the carnivore diet for diabetes.
Yeah, he was skeptical at first because he was like, I don't know if we can keep enough food for me to not be hungry because I can't stand to be hungry. And I was saying, ooh, that's a lot of cooking. But once we started, he didn't need a lot of food. Like we were making 10 hamburgers at one time, and he might eat 2 all day. Amish butter. So she was asking what kind of butter is good. Amish butter is great. You know, Amish butter is good. You can always make your own butter. All you need is heavy whipping cream. And what you do is you separate the butter, the fat, from the buttermilk. And then you have 2 products. You have butter and you got buttermilk, which you can still use to make breads, biscuits, or whatever. But Amish butter, you can buy that in the store or make your own. We like making our own because we've gotten away from making our own everything when it's so simple. It does take a little time. Some things take a little more time than others, but you can make anything. And that's what we need to get back to. But Amish butter is great.
One thing you definitely want to mention, guys, is if you're having an issue, find out is there another way to resolve it
Before
other
medicine.
than a surgery or a bunch of medication
You're welcome.
or issues of that nature, because sometimes it's a simple fix. Guys, I mean,
That stuff is amazing.
compared to what you're going to pay for doctor visits, all the tests, all the years of destroying your body with all the medications, you can do something simple as a natural product that's going to really fix the problem. Not pacify it, not prolong it, not cause other issues.
Yep.
It would actually fix the problem. That's one of the things about natural.
Yeah, and if it's other issues, this is automatically fixing it. Like most of the time, they'll give you something to fix that issue, which gonna cause other issues and make other issues worse. Castor oil, it don't work that way. My guy Bobby,
What's up, Corey?
it's amazing. It is amazing. So definitely look into the benefits of castor oil. We did talk about a lot of stuff today, per usual. Sunday our live will look a little different, but we'll be live from Miami, hopefully early in the morning. If you could be so kind, YouTube, to double tap that screen, we would appreciate you. Show us some type of reaction, and again, share this out.
Follow the channel, ring that bell so you'll be notified whenever we release more videos or go live. Facebook, give that thumbs up for us. Follow the channel. We appreciate each and every one of us. So we would love for y'all to continue these conversations with us. If you read the chats, there are people who had experiences with these things that got more information, and we can learn from each other. That's what our community is about sharing and being of value to each other. So we definitely don't have a problem with you actually speaking out to certain people in the chat,
Yeah.
get to know each other.
Yeah.
Because when you come in the chat, we want y'all to be familiar with each other. We definitely want, when y'all see somebody new come in the chat, speak to them.
Welcome. Yeah.
We love that. We love that. We love for people to feel welcome in. We're going to have the trolls come in. That's just a part of being on social media. We don't get butt hurt by them. We just kind of want them to not interfere with us having conversations with each other.
Don't let it be a distraction. The devil is a liar, and he is always busy. And when you're putting out important, good information that could possibly save a life or two, the devil is busy. You just gotta ignore him. Gotta ignore him.
Improving the quality of life for each other. And there are little things that we just don't know, because knowledge is key, guys. And if you don't have the knowledge, you don't know how to improve a situation that you may be having.
Yeah, knowledge is key and power. This is Heritage Store.
And guys, this is not the only.
I'm like, well, wait a minute, where is it at?
This is not the only castor oil. This is the castor oil that we used. We're not affiliated with them in any way. We just started using this and it worked great for us, and that's what we stuck with. If it ain't broke, we don't fix it.
This Bobby bottle, y'all, he keep on his head.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I watch TV and sometimes I fall asleep without put my castor oil in my navel, and it's a humongous difference when I wake up.
Yes.
So I try to I try to remember before I sit there and fall asleep watching TV to go ahead and drop some in my navel, and usually I can wake up in less time and feel way better. My quality of sleep is so much better. So I definitely would say you need to incorporate this in life. Most of us can have these problems. Another thing, sleep apnea and all that stuff there. This right here, you don't need none of that stuff. You're having problems getting sleep. Sleep is really, really important to reset your body, guys. And if you don't get enough, your body will not function the way it's supposed to. So doing all the necessary things, getting all the minerals you need, getting all the waters you need.
Oh, somebody did ask that.
Fats. What's that?
About water pooling, their ankles swell up.
Yeah.
I wanted you to explain that to them.
Magnesium, guys. Magnesium is a very important mineral in our body, and our foods are not giving it to us no more. So therefore, you're going to have to do what you can do to make sure you're getting the magnesium in your body. So one important way to eat magnesium is to get good quality nuts. Get leafy green vegetables, Redmond's real salt, and if you need a supplement, we have a magnesium body butter, or you can make a magnesium oil. And these things will give you all the magnesium you need. Your body will then use your water. And when I say use your water, guys, a lot of people don't think it's an important thing, but you absolutely need water. Your body is majority made up of water. When you drink it, your cells should uptake the water and allow your body to function the way it's supposed to. Your internal organs, your brain, everything will start to function the way it's supposed to, because you're not just urinating out all your water. It's not pooling in certain parts of your body, and everything will be functioning correctly, but you got to have the right minerals in your body for your body to be able to use the water. So if you never heard that before, listen to it again. Go back and listen to it. You need these magnesiums.
And speaking
Now,
of fats, go ahead.
trying to get them from the store, you don't know what's in them pills. You don't know even if the magnesium in there is able to be taken up in your body. So what we found out is it's better absorbed through your skin.
Yeah.
So if you never heard this before, your skin is your biggest organ. So anything that touches your skin is absorbed into your body. So now you got to think about the poisons in your soap, the poisons in your shampoos, the poisons in your lotions. You know, all that stuff you're putting on your body is being absorbed into your body. So putting smarter things on your body and putting the necessary creams, oils on your body that your body can use is really, really important. That's one of the reasons why we made our own soap, all natural soaps with no chemicals in it. And the products that we sell are products that most people are in need of, they're deficient in, or having problems with. There are plenty more herbs out there that do a whole lot of things. And the only reason we don't talk about all of them is because we don't want to confuse people. This stuff can be a little, confusing. It could be a lot for the person that's new.
We got a whole apothecary full of herbs. It's just, it can get overwhelming. So if we sit and talk to you about all these plants, you'll be like, well, wait a minute. So majority of the things you hear us talk about, they will combat majority of our issues.
Miss T with the T, what's up, fam?
It's just trying to keep things simple and not be so confusing about all these herbs. There are tons of herbs in this world, and they work.
And we're trying to talk in plain language, guys, so we don't want nobody confused, and we're not trying to sound smart so everybody else can feel bad. And so all we're doing is talking naturally to people. We're not throwing a whole lot at you, so you get confused and not know, and then you don't want to try any of this stuff. We want to make a positive effect in your life and your family life, and the best way to do it is the way we're doing it.
And we want you to feel good about using natural herbs and natural products to heal yourself, because they do work. We just need to be educated on what and how and why. But we got to figure out what's going on with us. That's why we always talk about the foods we eat, because for a long time, for 40 something, 50 years, we ate. We just ate. And sometimes you say, oh, I'm going to go on a diet or make a better decision or do this, that, and the third. No, it's the ingredients matter. And that's what we're looking at now, is the ingredients.
So somebody say magnesium butter, I have to look it up. So it's a magnesium body butter, and we make it. We make the magnesium body butter. There are other ways to get magnesium in your body. You can make a spray. using magnesium flakes and equal parts water. But if you want the body cream, you have to go to blackstropical.com. I prefer the body butter because it's quick and it's easy.
Oh.
Ours is triple scrimp, so you don't need a ton of it to get the effect that you need. You need. If you make your oil, you got to spray yourself a lot of times, a couple of times a day.
Yeah.
And you got to be wet for a little while. And
Yeah.
I don't like it. It made me ashy.
Yeah.
So we made the body butter for me.
Yeah.
And it works well.
Yeah.
And then.
And I use the oil, the spray, because it doesn't. And that's the thing. Like it affects us all different. But AJ was saying, swollen ankles, magnesium is the cure. Oh yeah. I know that poor blood circulation can cause swelling too. Yeah, so things like cayenne pepper are good for poor blood circulation. So look into cayenne pepper. Castor oil is good for poor circulation. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah. That
if it's the water, and guys, you need water. You got to. If you're not drinking water, you got to drink water. Your sodas and juices and all that, that's not water. You need water, and you need a way for your body to use your water.
Yes.
Because that will make a whole difference in your body. And then you'll realize I'm not running to the bathroom all the time, and your body parts are not swollen. And we get, testimonies all the time about people swelling going down after a very long time.
Chuck and Jackie said, I started the cayenne pepper in the morning, went to the doctor, and my blood pressure was perfect. And it has been every time. Mm-hmm. Thank you both. Thank you. That's
pretty much what, people are saying, because for some people, it'll happen overnight. You'll start taking the cayenne and beet pills or whatever, and the next day, your blood pressure is great. Some people take a little longer. You might have to find your dose. It may take only one pill for some people. It might take 2 or 3 for the next person. Yes. But you can, for most people, you can absolutely get off it. My wife was on the highest strength.
She didn't know what she was going to do next.
Yeah, the highest strength blood pressure meds. And her stuff will still be high sometimes. These natural products straighten her blood pressure out for the first time in over 20-something years, and she ain't had to be on them since. Now we take our cayenne every day, just like you will take some kind of pills. We take the cayenne and beets every day, and if our body don't need those the cayenne or the beets, our body will just use it as food, and then we ain't got to worry about the side effects of using these things. So it ain't tearing up our body.
Yeah, it's food.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband do drink coffee, but he also drank like a gallon of water, a hydration drink, but he drank a gallon of water too. So the thing with drinking coffee is it severely dehydrates you. So you need to drink, like for every 1 cup of coffee, you need 5 more cups of water. Mm-hmm. So the coffee is not bad, it's the things we put in it. And he do put heavy whipping cream in his coffee because of the
those are my fats.
That's his fats.
And that's what my body runs off. That's my energy source.
And it help him metabolize the caffeine that's in the coffee so that he don't get the jitters or the shakes or once you're coming down off of it. So healthy fats, and don't load it down with sugar.
And you could drink black coffee, but I need the fats. Drinking this cup of coffee, I can go pretty much the whole morning without eating. Yeah. Because my body is using the fats in it.
So I won't drink coffee for that reason, because if I drink coffee, I will remind myself about 5 or 6 o'clock this evening that, I ain't ate nothing today. It's because the coffee kept me full all day long. So I just won't drink it. I just drank a little bit of lemon juice with some cayenne pepper, and I'm good to go. But yeah, coffee, one time we stopped, but it's just the knowledge. Again, once we did some more research, we just need to make sure we putting that we rehydrating ourselves, because the coffee can dehydrate you. You just need extra water with it, and then back off of the creamers. Definitely don't use all these, I don't know what they are, creamers. And Chobani is a good one. I did use that one for a little while. but just heavy whipping cream and a little bit of sweetener.
So Analytic Gardener said that she growing cayenne peppers for the very first time.
Good, proud of
And her
you.
peppers will be ready any day. And we got peppers out there now that's red, and I need to go harvest them today. And we're gonna go ahead and let them dry. Well,
We gonna put
I
them
got
in
enough
the-
stuff in the.
we
To put in the.
Well, we're gonna put them in the sleeve. We'll just put them in the
I want to go ahead and harvest oregano too. So if we can get enough stuff to put in the freeze dryer.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you a game changer. If you can't afford, get you a freeze dryer. The amount of things you can do with a freeze dryer is crazy. If you want to make an all natural seasoning, even if you don't grow them, you can go and buy a bag of onions. You can go buy a bag of garlic. It may not be the best choice, but it's way better than going to buy some canisters with a supposedly onion or garlic in it and hoping that they ain't did nothing to it. And I'm gonna tell you, that stuff is not what it's supposed to be, because when we make our onion powder or garlic powder,
Ooh, you know it.
that stuff is potent and it smells like that every time you open it. If they sold that stuff in the store, the whole seasoning aisle would smell like onions and garlic.
Yep.
And so that's why you know that stuff is not real.
Yeah.
And you talking about the flavor that comes in that. So freeze drying it, all you would do is cut it up, put it in the freeze dryer, it'll come out crunchy. You just crush it up into a powder, put it in a jar or
Mylar
a Mylar bag,
Yep.
and you got it. And you got real seasonings without all the junk or
Yeah.
crap that they got to put in it, so they can put it on the shelf so it can last there for months and months and months and months. Real foods don't last like that, because when you freeze dry or you preserve a food, you take it all the water out of it. So naturally, your air got water in it. So how can it sit on the shelf and get air to it and it not cake up or try to solid back up and then mold? Well, those chemicals.
Yeah.
And you want to avoid putting those chemicals in your body if you can. Freeze drying it and packaging it yourself. It's amazing. You can get a whole bag of onions, chop them up, put them in your freeze dryer, and make you a big jar of onion powder that will last you a very, very long time. You know, I would, put some of it in Mylar bags, because you want to keep in the jar, which you can use, pretty quickly. But every time you go in your Mylar bag and you take some out, you just seal it back up or something and make sure you got some moisture absorbent bags in there. And it will last you all year long.
Yeah. So
One bag.
I went and got this just so they can see. This is another way to be able to dry your herbs. I might be a little short, but anyhow, it got all these zippers on it. And this one we got cayenne pepper. You might can see the cayenne up there at the top. And they've been sitting in here, I don't know for how long, but you can put oregano oil, basil, parsley, celery. You can put so many things in here because each one got its own little compartment and they won't interfere with each other, but they'll get enough air to be able to dry. Huh?
Be careful with that zipper.
Oh, these zippers pretty good.
Yeah, so when you're doing what we're doing, you don't have the space to freeze dry everything.
Yeah.
Freeze drying takes a little while, but it's the best way to do it, because you're talking about all the nutrients is kept in that particular item that you're freeze drying. It's way better than dehydrating, but if you got to dehydrate because it works.
Yeah.
Put your excess in there and keep air flowing through it, and it will dry them items out. With the cayenne, we have tons and tons of cayenne, and we need tons and tons of cayenne.
I don't know what this thing called. They was asking what is it called.
I don't know.
It's some type of drying
Did somebody send
mesh.
that to us?
Yeah.
That was a gift.
It's some type of mesh drying rack, and it's collapsible, so it's been sitting like this, and it came folded up, so it was really small
You would just take and find a hook
and hang it.
And then just keep a fan or something blowing through it so, it can be good circulation. Because if you don't have good circulation, whatever you put in there will mold.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we've never had any
mildew.
issues, and it's just, we ain't even hung it yet, but it's just always sitting. It's called a mesh drying rack or something for herbs.
Yeah, I would say cayenne is definitely the best thing to use. Like when I first used to start growing cayenne, just sticking a fishing line through it and just hanging it somewhere, it would actually dry out really well. It'd take a long time, but it's better to hang them in something and let them go ahead and dry out versus sitting them somewhere and let them go bad. Because cayenne are worth their weight in gold, guys, when you're talking about your health. You will use that and you will never know about the heart attack or the stroke that you prevented. You will never know that you had that problem because that will go ahead and fix it. But even if you start having the symptoms of having a heart attack or a stroke, I would take some of that cayenne pepper, throw it in my mouth, and then I will go to the hospital. Because that can be the difference between life and death or a major stroke and just something simple. So I would say cayenne is so important. Then you talk about your blood pressure. All the stuff that your body will be affected by having your blood pressure elevated for very long times, or just you using the cayenne versus all the medication that your liver had to process and then destroy your body in turn, which then requires your body to need more medication, which do the same thing, which requires another thing. So all these synthetics have side effects and none of them fix anything. And it's crazy because they don't design any of this medication to fix any of our problems. They're there just to pacify and to cause other problems. So definitely guys, look into all this stuff. Like she said, we're not doctors, so we can't give medical advice. But what we can do is make you wonder, make you inquisitive, make you actually go and look into this stuff and see, what can I do for my body to make myself better? Is this the best way for me to raise my kids? Should I be, running and picking up, all the stuff that's actually hurting my kids? They telling me that my kid got all these medical issues. Is it because of the food? Is there something natural I can do to balance their body out? My child is having, got their menstrual real early or real painful issues with menstrual. Is there a way for me to fix that? Instead of saying they just got to suffer with that, it's just a part of life. Wild yam cream is amazing. It does that. Speaking of wild yam, if life is seeming so blah to you, like life is not doing what it's supposed to do, is there something I can do to have a better outlook on life? And some people think that's natural, to actually look at life the way you look at it. And it's absolutely not, guys. You can take and straighten up what's going on with you, and then you can look at life a whole lot better. So, like we was talking about with wild yam cream, your mentality. Most people think that who they are and what they're doing is natural and is normal. If there's a problem, there's other people causing those problems. But until you get your emotions in check, you will never know that it's you. Family getting on your problem, people at work getting on your problem. Life is just not, fun. You just are this ornery person. That mean old man, that mean old lady. Guys, get your hormones in check. And then you will realize the way you're looking at life can be so much different. was surprised that we don't have medication for fatty liver. I realized fatty liver leads to diabetes, so that we don't have medications.
Yeah, it's
True,
all in
true.
diet. Finish?
Yeah, I was reading the comments.
Well, all right, y'all. I got a lot of stuff to do, packing and stuff, and I need to fill orders. So if you place the order today, your order will go out. If long as you place it before 3 p.m., your order will go out today. So definitely do your research into all the things we talked about. Again, we talked about a lot of things. The most important thing is, what are we feeding our body? And when I say feeding, even the things that we are putting on our skin, like Bobby said, like soaps and moisturizers and all this stuff, we are feeding our body, even with the cosmetic products that we use. So definitely keep that in mind, that when you feed your body right, it will heal itself. That's in anything. We hope this helped y'all. Bobby on point. Hey, XDMC.
What's up, XDMC?
We appreciate you. Thank you,
for the
Karen.
anniversary.
That's your assistant.
Oh, yeah.
He was looking for business brand the other day. I was like, no. It's house free. So thank y'all for all the anniversary wishes. We hope to see some of y'all in West Palm on Saturday. It is going to be an amazing time, an amazing weekend. We'll see some friends that we don't see all the time, but we definitely see them when we go south. Share this live out and be sure to follow us for more.
We appreciate y'all guys. Till the next time.
Don't let nobody steal your joy. I don't feel that short now. Earlier I felt like I was this tall. I was like, why I look so short? Oh my goodness. Excuse me, boy, I don't mean to be in your way.